This week's bonus episode of Popcorn and Prosecco is reporting live from the LA Film Prize. We had a little bit of sound issues, so bear with us through this. It's just a 6-minute episode, and it'll play as a great prelude to this week's episode. We'll talk about the festival a little more thoroughly. Thanks a lot.
Hey everybody, welcome to a very special episode of Popcorn and Prosecco. This is Kristy Puchko, and I'm reporting to you from the Louisiana Film Prize in Shreveport, Louisiana. I have with me today Calautti and Daniel Walber, and we are judges on the panel, which is really exciting because, in brief, this festival is a short film festival where 20 films compete for a $50,000 prize. No strings attached. You win, you get a $50,000 prize. Cash. Yeah, and there's other prizes too. 5 winners will get a deal with Shorts HD. 5 winners are going to get $3,000 in money towards their next feature. And let's give our impressions of the festival.
It's awesome.
It's fantastic.
We're drinking drive-through daiquiris.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not really the festival, that's more of a Shreveport thing, but in general,
That's a thing
kind of
Louisiana.
amazing.
Yeah.
And like, because that's our show, it embraces love of cinema and cinema with a little alcoholic bevy.
Love
what
of
we're bringing at
relaxation while watching cinema,
Yeah.
drinking some
And
alcohol.
we should say that it's a festival geared around love of cinema to the point that if you attend, the audience votes too. And in order for the audience to vote, they have to prove that they've seen all of the films.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
If
you have
look
to
at our
get your
badges,
badge punched, which is insane.
you actually have to prove that you've seen. You only get your badge punch at the end of the slate.
Yeah, you can't cheat it.
Yeah, it's not like a lot of audience awards where, like, if you get your whole family to come, that'll be enough. And what's also cool is that they split the vote for the top prize between the judges, which there are 8 of us this year, and the audience. So it's really exciting because you genuinely, like, we've made our votes already. We know who we want to win.
Yeah.
We don't know who will win, which is kind of exciting.
And then also, all of the films have to be shot here in Shreveport, so it's really bringing a lot of, folks into the area, kind of like an economic resurgence, which they're trying to bring forth, and it's a really beautiful town. I mean, even for filmmakers, it can double as a lot of other places. It's very, like, geographically different. You've got, like, the downtown that can double as Brooklyn, you've got, like, swamps, and you've got fields, and it's been interesting to see how the films kind of use the geography differently based on their subject matter. And
They have, like,
really,
Japanese garden.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they just go for it,
It's
like, with
pretty
a lot of
amazing.
different things.
Yeah, there's 20 movies all shot in the same area, and they all look very different.
You
Yeah.
you would never know that's a theme looking at these movies, which is incredible.
Yeah, and it is very like South by Southwest-ish. It has a nod to it. Like, the first night is the music prize, which is a bunch of bands, similar to what they're doing with films.
Yeah.
So it seems like a smaller version of that, but very much in the same vein, and really just like the
They
whole
also-
element of celebration as
Yeah,
well.
and they celebrate local food too, which has been really wonderful. And
Food
like,
trucks.
if you've been following my Twitter feed, you've been seeing that I've been posting. I know it's insanity, and I'm that total jerk on Instagram, being like food, but like it's been amazing. We had organic cotton candy because that's a thing, and
Pop
Deep
rocks.
fried po' boys.
deep fried po' boys,
and
is a
deep
big-
fried ribs.
deep fried ribs. Yeah, it's
Beignets.
amazing.
Lots of
Basically,
fried
they
things.
fry everything. Like, I'm going to be gnawing on a head of kale for at least a week after this trip just to detox, because deep fried everything.
And what's great is it's all part of the festival. It's all part of this idea of culture and people coming out, and the audiences are so savvy. We were getting kind of told off by a couple of young children who are actually, I'm not going to say what film they were in, but there were a couple of children from a film. And one, when they found out we weren't filmmakers who could potentially put them in a movie, they wanted nothing to do with
They
us.
were a little disappointed.
But then 2 had a lot of opinions on all the films, and I was like, oh, their thoughts are better organized than mine are right now.
Yeah,
They
well,
really-
I mean, there's...
They didn't have a filter. It was really... as judges, we need to be a bit more diplomatic. Like, as any of you who've been to a film festival know, like, you could be walking next to someone who made that movie, so you can be quiet when you talk about it. And
Totally.
yeah, so it's one of those things where you just have to be careful. But it was funny because we did a panel this morning where the 3 of us talked with, a whole bunch of people about how to get press for your film and how to approach journalists. And because a lot of these folks are first-time filmmakers or just starting out. And so that was a really fun dialogue. But like we said afterward, everybody was like smiling at us. It was like we had judge painted across our
It was a
forehead.
little
Like,
intimidating.
And yeah, which was funny because one of the questions was like, what if people are intimidated by you? How do they approach you? And I was like, we're not
We're intimidated by
We're
everyone
nerds.
else.
Yeah.
There was people talking about broke filmmakers whose friends were all mad at them for making a movie, and it's like being a film critic is just the same.
oh
Yeah.
hi,
You're broke,
we're
all your
also
friends are mad at
always
us.
just
Yeah.
going to movies alone and sitting in our dark houses like we can't go out today. We're on deadline. Like.
But it's been really incredible. Also, Aaron Samuels from Mean Girls is here somewhere.
He's not here. He didn't come.
What? I think that was a figment of our hopeful imaginations because
He's
he
in
was
one of
in
the
one of the
movies.
films, and so basically Okay.
We're just hoping that
We thought he was here.
show up.
If he
so
is
we
here,
can
we'll
get a
find him.
photo.
There's also a rumor that Tom Hiddleston is in town, so if that happens, I will add a photo here of me with Tom Hiddleston, because that will happen.
Right.
So,
Playing Hank
But
Williams
the
in the
point is
background.
not this. The point is the film.
That's true.
How wonder
And the
they
films
all
were
are.
actually really great, and it was really amazing. Some of the ambition of them. There was some
Yeah.
sci-fi movies. There was some supernatural.
There are
movies.
people doing CG in their first ever short film. I was like,
There are
what's
people doing
happening?
very different. There was a silent film that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of really beautifully shot things.
really great
ambitious
cinematography. Like a really ambitious biopic / dance movie. It's been really
Yeah.
outstanding. It's just
And some humor too. I mean,
Yeah.
we were saying that a lot of times with short films, we think people want people to take them seriously, so they're going to go straight for drama and try and pack a lot into the 15-minute allotment, which is the cap, basically. And it's been interesting to see how some people very judiciously use those minutes just to make a quick point in 6 minutes as opposed to 15, or how some people were trying to fit a lot into 15, maybe where they could have cut some fat.
It's really been fun. So I think we're gonna wrap this up. It's been a really great time. We actually don't know who's won yet, so look for Twitter on that.
Tomorrow.
That'd be exciting. Maybe I'll put a little caption after this and be like, "That's who won." But yeah, tell everybody where they can find you on the internet.
Oh, you can find me at Film School Rejects and Nonfix, talking about shorts.
I wrote for a lot of people, but I'm Katiisms on Twitter. KATAEISMS.
And you guys know that Popcorn and Prosecco has its website. We're on iTunes, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter. Find us all these places. And as for me, I am at Kristy Puchko, and you can find my career highlights at decadentcriminals.com. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Say I need to change my image. Now tell me what that